little bit of whatever he had going into that panel. Yeah, I think the PL is heavily favored here. Underlord is annoying for PL in the sense that he mitigates a lot of his damage, but also has a pretty free farm lane, but it doesn't stop PL from carrying the game. It kind of like slows down PL's pacing so that the guy on the other team can carry the game. So like if I have a Underlord with a Jug with a Battle Fury, or a PA with a Battle Fury, or an Anti-Mage with a Battle Fury, or some guy with a Mjolnir, then I would feel good about what the Underlord is going to do in the game to shut down the PL. But in this case, I maybe the CK cleave talent. I don't think it's going to be good enough.
What levels do you get the cleave talent?
15.
15?
So it's I think it's what, 35%?
35% cleave.
I think Darkseer is really good against both of these cores.
Yeah.
Meaning if you had Darkseer against the PL or Darkseer against the CK. And from what I understand about Dota, if the lanes go normal, PL gets to play a super chill game, and CK is going to have an Ember in his face the whole game. That's kind of how I look at the farming of this game, similar to last game, but in reverse of which team has the favorable dynamic. You had the PA kind of just chilling last game, while on the other hand, the Lifestealer and the Invoker were getting ran at the whole time. I think it's going to be reversed here.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it plays out.
The Zemba's going to have a lot of things to back him up and buff him up, right? You're going to have the Zemba jumping at you with the Ink Swell, the Iron Shells on you. It's definitely sets Branya up to have a potentially much better game than he did last game. Did struggle on the Invoker in game one. This time around, things looking a bit better for him on the Ember and the matchups.
Yeah, Milan is going to play a crucial role in this game as well. Underlord, similar to Veno, where you're a hero that applies a lot of tower pressure. You also defend towers very well, but you have one spell that you rely on to do that. Veno, it's the wards. And with Underlord, it's the Firestorm. And if Rubik steals those spells, as early as 9-10 minutes in the game, your job is basically negated by a position 4. Because he'll just follow you. So that could spell some problems.
I'm going to try and start some action here around the rune. They'll be able to secure it for themselves. So with that, they'll manage to get themselves 3. But the bounty runes here to start things off. No bounty hunter. Of course, no follow-up catch, though, to try for a kill. And we'll see what lane setups they settle on. Looks like nothing too surprising. Snap and Underlord heading up towards the top lane. They'll have that CK Abaddon down bot. And so as the panel says, you know, as the CK, is there any way you can change up your item build this game to try and deal with the PL, or you just got to sort of, you got to stick with what's good for the hero? There's just, you don't have the potential to adapt with the CK.
You got the cleave talent, that's about it. I don't think there's anything else you can do. I think you're going to go most likely like the Armlet, SNY, Heart, BKB, you know, kind of thing. I can't really see any other way he's going to go with this. Maybe Echo Saber. I haven't seen a CK in a while. Curious to see how it plays out. Maybe they know something I don't.
Oh, we'll see.
He should have a very good lane. He should, with the sustain coming out from his crit, as well as the sustain from the Abaddon against Darkseer, which sustains the name of the game. Should have a pretty free farm time down here.
Sure. Well, I mean, definitely a better time you'd imagine than Chrysalis in this top lane, as you say. They can put pressure onto the PL in this laning stage, the two of them.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's struggling as much as he is. Only 2 CS, I guess 3 after 2 creep waves for Chrysalis. Did elect to go for Lance level 1, trying to get the range creeps. I think you kind of just leave that up to the Grimstroke here, which they do a good job of securing those. It's really important to not get those early denies when you're a hero like PL. Very level dependent carry. A lot of carries are item dependent, where if they don't get the farm, it doesn't matter. As we see a Flash, his life is flashing before our eyes here.
Just able to run him down, the two of them with the shells on him. Not quite having the movement speed to be able to break away from both of the Darkseer Rubik combo.
And the lane's pushing into them too, so they didn't really miss much. Very efficient kill.
See top lane, definitely still the struggles to be had here for Chrysalis on the first few waves.
If they win all 3 lanes, like I said, that's usually where PL kind of struggles. It's the fact that he's not a 1v9 hero. PL is a, I will eventually carry the game if it's close kind of hero.
One lane Milan. He's got the stick charge, and Toby with some good body blocks as well will stop Khan and Flash from being able to run down the Rubik. And it was sort of over if they do have good lanes across the board, no bounty hunter with this lineup. reckon that they hit a timing as a team and as a 5-man where they'll be able to go for fights and objectives before the PL's ready to actually turn up.
Oh, absolutely.
See bottom. This time around, can't. Is able to get the kill. Flash is going to be run down by the Iron Shell. The shield's going to pop in a minute, but not quite enough damage there from the Iron Shell to actually break it. So Flash is going to be fine.
Are they going to kill him with the extra miscoils? No crits. You never know with CK because he has high damage variance, highest in the game, 30 damage variance on his normal attacks, but then he also has the chance to crit, and then his crit has a wide variance as well. So he could be hitting for as little as 64 and as much as like 140 with one attack. So when you're going for those kills, I hate gauging it on CK. It's even worse than PA. At least with PA, you know you're either going to hit for a ton or very little.
Top lane Crystalis. He's getting aggressive on a Hustler here with a Doppelganger. He's actually going to be able to take the kill here around the two of them. Blink not able to do enough to push Crystalis back off the snap fight.
Oh, he's chunking him down, though.
He's got Firestorm back up. Oh, don't want to throw it down there.
Y'all received a lot of laning nerfs. Base damage, base armor. It's adding up here in the top lane.
I'm going to try and turn on to Blink now. See if they do nearly enough damage to bring him down, but they don't. Still a little too hard to get in onto him. Over towards the mid lane. They've come in with the move. Tries to slide dodge the Cookie, but the Cookie still makes the connection. Branya, got the Flame Guard up, but Daki, is he able to find the damage? He's not. Branya actually able to get away from this. Good attempt from Hustler with the move towards mid, but not enough to bring him down. Remnant's out though. Oh, he sticks around and he dies. What? Daki just able to step in under the tower. Branya, he had a rough game 1, and with moves like that, he might have a rough game 2 here as well, Brian.
Yeah, there's 5 creeps dying underneath his tower. Similar story to last game. Anytime you die like that on a core, it's even worse. And he even goes and steals the bounty rune that spawned at 3 minutes.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. See down bottom. I'll try and turn things on to Flash. They're able to nuke him down before he can get a spell off. See if they can run down Khan as well. He's got stick charges, and Toby's not going to look to dive underneath the tower.
Yeah, the laning stage definitely a concern. Darkseer is off to a good start, which is great. Surprisingly so. Looks like they probably took the big camp. The fact that they're letting that spawn on the side of no bounty hunter, I think, is a problem. Because CK, Abaddon, you have really nothing to do with that big camp for the first 6 minutes. You're not going to farm a stack or anything. Meanwhile, they're getting that extra gold on the Darkseer.
See top. Another attempt to get aggressive onto Hustler. No, couldn't quite get on top of him before he was close enough to the tower.
Toby has a Ring of Health. Is that going to be a Vanguard, maybe? So far, he's just queuing up the mana boots. Could just be a pipe.
I imagine it's going to be Hood Pipe, right, this game.
Some of the Darkseers for a while were rushing that Ag Scepter, but it feels like without the Greaves pipe build, you just feel underwhelming in teamfight contribution.
Mid. Don't want to get aggressive onto Branya whilst he's still pre-level 6. They're in with the jump. They've got the burst. Branya's out of the lane again.
And a regen rune.
Just really nice moves here from Hustler, just making this mid lane a right nightmare for Branya to turn up into. Just being able to kill him off 2 times now before he hits that 6, that's really going to hurt. And you're seeing the big level difference now. Daki, he's level 7.5, whilst Branya still yet to hit that level 6.
He even has the regen rune to tank the tower longer.
Stop Blink. We'll be able to take him out. Back over into the mid. Branya's back in. I mean, he's still got to be pretty careful here. Flash making his way over. Milan's chasing him down. Fatebolt not enough to take him out. Now Daki's going to look for the jump over towards Milan. They'll get the catch here with the Remnant. Milan's trying to run. He has stick charges to work with. Daki should have another jump in the second, so Milan will try and juke, but Daki's found him. They're in. They get the kill. Branya is able to get in. Picks up the kill onto Flash. That'll give him the XP to get his 6.
Yeah, I will say that I did not know the interaction between Cookie and invulnerability spells, such as Dissimulate, where you take yourself off the map, and the Cookie just disappears into oblivion. That is what I've learned.
I guess, yeah, got to be a little careful with how you run those combos. Of course, that time that wasn't needed to make the full connection. But, I think something to bear in mind when they go for those sort of plays.
Both carries have gotten their ultimates up. CK using it off cooldown to get that farming speed. Crystallis will accelerate as well.
Mid, Branya. Just so much damage each and every time. They get the cookie connection, Hustler. And further hits in. J4's in with the backup. They're going to look to turn things on to Hustler. Hustler's got Flash with the backup available at the side. They'll try and separate Flash. Milan, good control. Stops Flash from being able to get the save off, so Hustler will end up still going down. That's always in. Oh! Oh, Daki.
Makes him cancel the
He
TP.
does. It's going to make him have to walk back to base there. And it's been shielded and healed up by Flash with a miscoil. Daki ready to continue to stay aggressive around this mid. He's looking for Milan. It's Milan trying to juke this out, but Daki's in with the Assimilate. Another telekinesis, but Daki closes the gap. Gets the kill with the Astral Step.
Yeah, just par for the course for Flash here. He's now died, I believe, 4 times. 0, 4, and 3. Almost all the kills for Ghost Frogs are on that Abaddon.
Can't. He's gonna try and turn and get aggressive here onto Toby. Blink comes in. He's got the root control. Khan having a kite to the side though, falling a little too low on the CK. Toby gonna continue to try and run.
Yeah, but PL's free farming during all
Oh,
this.
he's going for the TP. I mean, he's gone, Brian. That was.
He could have just walked away. Instead, he did a 360 and went the other way.
I guess he was chancing that they wouldn't check the high ground and assume that he ran, but they checked. They headed up there.
I will assure you, in the 1 week of European pubs, or 2 weeks, I guess now, they will check the hill. They will chase you until they have been proven that you are not there. So I would expect him to know that too.
I was in sort of a TP's been a bit of an enemy here for Ghost Frogs. I think we had sort of 3 at least being cancelled already this game by no bounty hunters plays. That's Branya.
If your net worth was based on your TPs that you got this game, Flash would have so much net worth. As he almost racked up another one.
Yeah, does the TP scroll count as now? It doesn't count as now.
No, I don't think so.
Does it not? I mean,
you can't sell the free TPs, so I would assume they don't
it doesn't
count as yours. But I can't say for certain.
No. Oh, brief pause here. 6 to 7. I mean, you said, you know, to have sort of a chance against the PL in a game like this, they've got to come out well of the lanes. Do you think they've come out of this first 10 minutes good enough here, no bounty hunter?
It's been pretty solid, but I think there's been a few mistakes on both sides, and those mistakes have now netted PL free reign at the top lane.
Yeah.
With Underlord being forced to rotate bottom. They get the kill on Darkseer, which is great because Toby made a little bit of a misplay, but you have one carry that's doing this, and the other carry who's continuously hitting creeps.
Sure.
So that's going to help out the PL's timings in comparison to Khan's, and that's PL's the win condition. You know, Ember had a rough start, but he's made a decent recovery, all things considered, in the mid lane. Void Spirit, who was almost 2 levels ahead at this point, is barely a level ahead now. So Ember, whose responsibility is to make some space in the mid game, queues up the Maelstrom. I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't think it's his responsibility to kill the CK. I think it's more so his responsibility to amp up the PL's damage later. Like, I would have loved to see like a Desolator or something like that, where you could even go the Solar yourself. I've seen Ember Spirits go all types of items. I just don't think he needs to be a damage outputter. Your 2 supports are really good damage. Your Darkseer is reasonable damage as well for you. Like, he'll make you do the damage. When you get in there with your Flame Guard, they don't have a way to dispel it.
Sure.
I guess they have the Yules being built on Void Spirit, which I like, by the way. Very good.
Like, you just feel that, you know, the PL will carry the game for you here on Ghost Frogs as long as you're able to sort of maintain control and
I have not liked
clean up.
How do you even say his name?
Baranya.
I have not liked Baranya's items these 2 games so far this series. His Midas on Invoker, I think, told me a bad vision of the game, and then with Maelstrom, I just don't think it's his role to do damage this game, because he's got a lot of innate damage, and then he's got somebody who's going to eventually carry in the damage department, and you could just make your teammates do more damage, which, you know, I'm just a critic.
I'll see this earlier move around the mid. I believe this is the one where...
I like his move to run in here deep with the Haste Rune. This is where we're going to see the TP cancel, right?
It is, yeah, indeed. Branya is able to get in. It's a nice play. Milan just making sure they can get the kill without Flash being able to save. And then Daki, he's ready for this. He knows he's going to head back. And then, boom, straight in under the tower to make sure that Baranya can't get the easy reset with the TP out and return to the Remnant. And it's going to have to take the longer route of walking back to base.
I don't think he saw him there. I think he just assumed he was sleeping. That was a pretty cool move, now that I'm watching it back.
Yeah, it's nighttime. They don't have any deep vision behind the tower, so that was just a... I mean, yeah, well, I guess either way, because the Ember was already kind of low. You know, it was Daki saying, hey, I can either get the kill, or, you know, maybe...
He's either TPing or I could kill him.
Yeah. Oh, Daki's cool for the go here.
He says, who gives a crap?
Like, he's like, no, I can't hear anyone. No one can hear me. Go.
Yeah, my favorite's when people come back from being disconnected in a pub and they don't notice somebody else on the other team's disconnected, and they just say go and then unpause.
Oh, they notice, Brian. They're just like, oh, you waited for me. We're not waiting for you. Let's go. F9.
They at least act like they didn't see it. You know, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Do people respect pausing at your level of the game in ranked?
Nope.
No.
If there's a game where somebody DCs and people wait, it's the exception.
Really?
Not the expectation.
But you're not the one hitting F9.
No, I have to maintain appearances for my
for
my stream views. You know, I actually the only time I get really upset and sometimes push F9 especially in NA. It's a tradition at this point, which I think is, you know, when I say tradition, I don't say that happily, to pause after the game starts. Like right when the game starts, people say, I'm going to chain queue, but now I'm going to go to the bathroom or take a smoke break at the start of the game rather than before they queue. And those are the pauses where I get really upset and I might just unpause. Because I'm like, dude, you are actually putting your time above the 9 other people in this game. You could have just waited to queue. But, you know, neither here nor there. We're back into the game.
We're back.
50-50 on the rune, and Void Spirit gets the DD.
Oh, boy.
That's pretty big 50-50 there. Both spirits utilize that quite well.
You got to be careful. So, yeah, and for Khan, after the armlet, what would you imagine the build-up is? Is it just going to be armlet, Echo Saber?
Armlet, Echo Saber, S&Y, BKB Heart. All these are reasonable choices for CK, I think. He will need a BKB this game for sure.
He's looking a little dead here with the wall drop down. There's no chance Milan even having the Stolen Phantasm. Get some illusions out himself to style on him as Khan gets brought down.
The problem with CK is there's no lane he feels happy to occupy. You don't lane well against PL because you don't deal with the illusions. You don't lane well against Darkseer because you don't deal with the Ion Shell, and you can't lane against Ember. So where does he go? He has to jungle, makes his positioning on the map very predictable, and they capitalize on that on the Ghost Frog side. That was my nervousness for the CK. Thought it was going to be the Ember running at him, but instead it's just the 2 supports.
Yeah, and they're able to do a good enough job. You see mid-flash. At the back of Daki trying to jump in. Chain's holding back momentarily. Telekinesis as well.
Shield? Okay, whew.
He's fine. In fact, he's just going to get in aggressive. Look for the kill onto J4, and he'll get it. Takes down J4. Baranya trying to jump across to chase him down. Is able to get him in return. So quite a big kill there for Baranya, being able to shut down Daki.
He ran away from Flash there. That was so weird. He astral stepped upward and then ran right instead of left, where Flash was ready to shield him again and just got changed and brought down. I think he could have maybe lived there. PL #1 net worth, followed by... Oh, never mind. Ember overtakes the Underlord. Was followed by 3 people from the Radiant side.
Oh, it's very close all around, but as you said, I mean, we've barely seen the PL because he's just been living on his own little world up top. Yeah,
it's the absolute dream. When we haven't been able to comment on him in the last 4 minutes, that's exactly what he wants.
I see the cookie set up here on the mid. They get the stun onto Baranya, but the soul binds out. They've caught the 2 of them here, and they just both get blown up by J4. All right, I mean, that's 2 times in a row now where Daki's dying in the mid lane, and that sort of control of the momentum here by Ghost Frogs is it's just going to do so much.
Why is he so intent on picking on the Ember Spirit? Like, that era is already over. Like, Borinya has already recovered. So, like, why are you trying to mess with this guy? He's got the Inkswell behind him. He's really strong. Go run at the PL. Force some reactions. You don't need to kill him. Just make the Ember go help. But instead, they're just completely playing the game on their own terms on Ghost Frogs. CK with a couple deaths while PL absolute free reign.
It really is.
That's what nets this 700 net worth lead. I want to see a move from No Bounty Hunter that forces a reaction. Blink, completely reasonable to be doing his own damn thing down here. But Void Spirit, time to run at the PL, as he now runs a top lane saying, we're going to take this tower. Maybe too little too late, though, as PL should have...
Oh, he's got Diffusal.
Yeah, he's already got the full Diffusal and working on a Hood.
You like this build-up? Diffusal, Hood, Heart, just going full tank?
Yeah, I think against Underlord, you do need a bit of sustain.
Yeah.
He has the Chip Vest, which is one of the best neutral items for PL. Behind the Possess Mask, you do struggle to have a bit of early sustain issues. Basically a ring of health for you, that Chip Vest.
Sure, well, it's just enough that you're never needing to fairy regen.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You
can
you can take Ancients without worrying about the health you pay for it. Every carry has his own issues. PL sustain generally. Or death. But they haven't really run at him this game. As Barinya is suddenly able to start cutting creep waves behind tier 1, almost at the tier 2 mid, which means just so much farm efficiency going the way of Ghost Frogs as they smoke up, ready to get PL in on the action.
Oh, they gotta watch out here. No Bounty Hunter around the mid. If Ghost Frogs get this jump from the high ground.
Underlord does not deal with this Diffusal well. He does just get mana burn, and he's not set up around the mid tower right now. He is not ready to defend this, as Flash might be biting the bullet again.
Yeah, he's got borrowed time.
Stolen Remnant by Rubik there.
Yeah, just getting destroyed here by them. Chrysalis and this Diffusal Blade timing.
Yeah, Diffusal Blade very strong against these tanky, you know, takes 10 seconds to kill you kind of heroes. The Abad and the Underlord. Even CK.
No, for sure, yeah. Not a hero with the greatest of mana pools at all.
Full pipe on Toby as well. Hood plus pipe.
Oh, Blink. He's trying to step up here. They do have the Kisses coming in as well. The wall's down. Blink just getting taken out here by Crystallis' illusions. As it's another kill for Ghost Rock Daki. He's got to get out of it. As there's no fight to be had. Branya's going to try and hunt for him. Closing the gap again. Could he get in time? Oh!
Invis rune.
He's away. No detection here on the front lines as Daki's able to juke this out. No sentries down either, so Daki will live thanks to the rune.
I don't see how they come back, though. PL's just so free to do whatever he wants. How do they stun this guy, you know? Like, if he's going to be able to doppel anytime. They need the root into root from the Underlord with, like, a CK stun to follow prior to the Manta, or I guess just going straight hard on PL. I think Manta would have been nice here, but if you just get raw HP, it can be... Yeah, he's going for the S and Y instead of the Manta, okay. As he's queuing up the BKB on Khan. I just don't believe in CK. When I saw the draft, like, I thought the lanes were going really well for No Bounty Hunter, but CK, man, I don't want to play this hero. I don't want it on my team either.
Khan. He's going to be saved here by Flash with the shield. Crystallis, he's going to hold back in, not look to dive in on Blink with the backup No Bounty Hunter have around this tier 2.
Void Spirit is splitting top. Going for an Ag Scepter. That's a decent way to control the PL.
We've got the root on the PL, but Ghost Frogs have backup coming in.
But just like, now what? He's just got a Hood, plus the Chip Vest, plus 20 wand charges. He's got a lot of EHP. Even gets salved. That's right, Milan. Support player. Salve me. Actually, it's from a shovel. It's not the same. He didn't have to pay for that.
Oh, it seems very tough. They're only down 2k, but it's just how on earth are they going to deal with this PL? It's going to take some big mistakes from Crystallis. They've got the rod, so an extra bit of control. They can find that initial setup around the doppelgangers.
They might be able to catch Barinya with that.
Unless he can't. Getting dove upon here. A kiss is coming out. They've got the initial route.
Overextension.
They drag it back under the tower. They've got him. Underneath the tower, they get the kill. Crystallis will be punished.
I mean, if you just doppel into their tier 2, that's a way to die.
And now, now No Bounty Hunter can try and chase for more with the PL god. Oh, it's a nice vacuum wall, though. Is it nice enough, though? It doesn't look like it. Khan's too strong. They've lost 3 heroes. They're going to lose Branya here as well. It's a triple kill for the CK, Brian. Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you? Triple kill Khan. Milan as well. They've got the root, they got the catch. He's also going to get taken out. It's a team wipe, Brian.
Chrysalis, what are you doing, man? Like, they can't stun you, but he doppels into them. So then the Underlord just lays a root down, and then roots him again, and then he just dies.
I mean, that's got to hurt there for Dyer.
I mean, they capitalized on it well.
Wow,
they were like, what the
beautifully.
hell is this guy doing? And they just TP'd everyone in and killed him. Like, the Khan was ready.
I mean, he was. I don't think Khan was expected to pick up a triple kill like that.
Yeah.
Just a triple kill for him. BKB's done. And, you know, Ghost Frog, for the strength that their heroes have, they certainly gave No Bounty Hunter a lovely boost here. See this again, Crystallis. She's getting caught out. The pit into the stun, under the tower with the kisses going. Nice heads-up play from Hustler to just get the kisses going immediately. Back in the game, Toby's dead on the top lane. It's another kill for Khan.
Yeah, this is... So whenever us casters or analysts talk about, like, this guy can't die, that's with the implication that he has to do something wrong to die. And PL way overstepped his boundaries. He's probably thinking, I can't die.
They got team wiped. They then proceeded to lose Toby on the Dark Sea again. And now they're going to lose Roche Brian.
Yeah, I mean, 5-man from No Bounty Hunter is scary. The Underlord Aura, as well as the AoE root, very hard for PL, Ember, and Darkseer to deal with. All heroes that rely on movement and movement-based spells to navigate the fight. So suddenly, Void Spirit, 600 gold from an Axe, has an Arcane Rune, Nether Shawl.
It's got an Aegis.
I was saying this spell Doom for a No Bounty Hunter, but suddenly the game's blown wide open as, I mean, that's just the kind of mistake you can't make in competitive Dota. You just can't do it. I've made it plenty of times. Trust me, you usually lose the game. This reminds me of a time I did that against Kyle. One of the few times I was supposed to beat him, and I ran into my own triangle without a BKB yet on CK and instantly died, and we lost the game. I will not forget it. Kyle probably didn't remember this until now, and I just gave him more ammunition. I'm not happy about it, but it's late night. Sometimes you say things you regret.
He's probably taking a snooze out of the back.
Yeah, he's
not watching the game.
That's the boat. Yeah, true. That would explain a lot based on his analysis of the games.
We've got Khan. Go for the blink next. You like this? What does this sort of do for the CK here?
Let you follow up the Void Spirit, I think. Yeah. It's really hard to walk in against Darkseer, Grimstroke. You can just blow up targets. They have a lot of squishies. Even Ember is kind of a squishy in this case. You can, your illusions do follow you. Pretty wide drag range. It is longer than the blink range in terms of your Reality Rift. So if you ult, then blink, then Reality Rift, your illusions will come with you.
Well, and they're going to get this tier 2 tower. Ghost Frog's not looking to respond straight away. They'll put the fortification, but man, no Bounty Hunter. They're not going anywhere. They've got BKB, they've got Phantasm. They know it's kind of hard for Ghost Frogs to come in with a defense like this. They're trying for the trade themselves, Ghost Frogs. And I think they were going to rift down here. Did get cancelled, so they won't actually make it down.
Crystal's going for a heart. The problem is, against Underlord, PL's main issue is damage. So the fact that he's going heart before any other agility Yasha-based item could be a problem, but the shard. You know, we haven't seen it yet. Looks like he wants to complete the heart first. If he follows that up with a shard, I'll feel pretty good about that timing. No Bounty Hunter, though. They've got the Ags, Nether Shawl, Aegis. Time to roll.
Of course, there's...
For my coffers.
Ducky. Not going to quite catch J4. Oh, give him the whip. He's not going to catch it. He's going to dive in deep here under the tier 2 tower. I've got the root control, firestorm damage as well. J4 ticking down low, but Ducky, he's going to die for this. Has got the Aegis. So he'll be back for a second round.
When I said roll, but... You see there, the blink from CK. He does do a lot of damage.
He does. He can close that gap, get in with the hard hits. And as you said, following up any sort of setup, if they ever get the route opening onto any of the heroes.
PL will blow up, even with a heart, to be honest, against that CK ultimate. A lot of damage, as he did take the 12 strength talent as opposed to the cleave talent.
Cleave. I mean, do you respect that here?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously, it's building up the single target, right? He's expecting, you know, the situations that they kill this PL, is going to be the situations where he's able to get the follow-up, jump in, and be in close range. And having the extra strength is going to give him more benefits, you know, rather than trying to deal with the illusions, right? If he's trying to deal with the illusions in a team fight, they're probably lost the team fight, or they're going to struggle anyway.
Your illusions don't cleave, which makes it like super awkward, right? It is like a weird talent. It's like, yeah, it helps him farm, but CK kind of needs that farm earlier than level 15.
Oh, yeah, I can buy.
He's got the Ag Shard queued up on CK. I've been waiting to see this.
No,
I believe it's
I've
6 seconds, right? Yeah, the target for 6 seconds, and it increases your cast range by 300. Looks like he's kind of all-inning the Blink Shard build.
And look at Branya, he's quick with the BKB. Able to get the BKB off before the Chaos Bolt comes in from the CK. They try and turn over towards Khan. They're going to look to take him out. They don't want to take this fight. No bounty hunter. Khan getting low.
He has a BKB.
He does have to make sure he doesn't die there. It's the magic of Ghost Frogs.
CK is like one of the most deceptively tanky heroes in the game. Like, you'd think with his high strength gain, illusion base, you know, builds these tanky items that he'd be hard to bring down. And then you just watch that, and he almost dies. It's a very weird hero.
Oh, lovely rift out, though. Good call from Blink to just say
I'd
that they don't want to take the fight.
Yeah, if I had to review it on Uber, I'd give it 4.
No, nobody getting left behind here either.
I had to pop my BKB, but you kept me alive. 4 stars.
Actually, they're going to try and get back in on this Darky.
We're seeing the room for error that Ghost Frogs has, though, because despite quite the blunders coming out earlier, they still have a fighting chance in this game, maintaining less than 1K net worth lead. Okay, so let's see how this shard plays out. I'm going to watch the CK.
I mean,
Does he kill the Dark Seer?
Pretty good. Yeah, that.
Oh, he's actually just going to clear the wave. That's
cute.
Yeah. Gets 2 creeps off it.
I'll say that it seems like a pretty good shard.
What if they made it 12 seconds against creeps?
Oh, yeah, that would be broken.
I think that'd be a nice shard.
Nah,
get rid of this
you
BS.
You can get a 12-second Phantasm illusion out.
No, against creeps.
Sure, but you hit the creep and then you micro it over. Can you control it? You can control it, right? It's a Phantasm.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. You know, it's just like your other illusions, isn't it?
I guess I was under the impression it would only attack the target you cast it on. But based on the fact that he was killing multiple creeps there, I guess it doesn't work that way. I thought it was directly...
So if you're making a 12-second controllable Phantasm on the stun, that seems a bit too good. It seems pretty good as it is. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's just... CK has such farming issues, and he can't really show in lanes. He doesn't operate well getting initiated onto you. You see in that fight, like, if he gets gone on, he literally spends the entire fight running. SPL has the heart done.
He does. He's a big boy. Very tanky now.
Astral Step on Rubik. He's got a lot of gap close here. They do scan out the smoke, though, on the Radiant side. They are awares. Ooh, Ancient Stack. Steal that shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was that double?
That was a triple. That was a triple stack. Yeah. They're just going to let it go.
They're going to continue to just see if they could catch anyone with the remainder of that smoke, but not to be the case.
You got the face checking from Flash here.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the dream. As the enemy team, you know they're missing, you know they're smoked, and your support gets to do this. As he has a Holy Locket and a Philosopher's Stone. That's actually going to make your Abaddon have way more net worth in this game than he ever would have, because that hero does not kill creeps, as he's about to kill some creeps here.
Darky. He's checking things out, but he's going to get gone on. He needs backup and he needs it now. The kisses start to come in. They get the pit out. It's going to trap Branya for now. The pullback as well from the Remnant. Branya now popping the BKB, but already getting pretty low. Khan's coming from the backlines. He's jumped Toby. As the Darkseer is out of action, Soulbind will link the 2 cores together. Over to the side, Hustler and Flash trying to go for Milan, but Hustler's going to get focused down by Crystallis. He'll turn with the Scatter Blast. Hustler taking a long time to go down, finally gets taken out. Over to the side, J4 controlling Blink and Khan. Khan heads in, is able to pick up the kill. It's 2 for 2 so far. See if Crystallis can pick up anything else. He's looking at Flash. Flash going for the TP out. They're going to be able to stop it. They're in with the lift up. Branya. It's going to be focused by the 2 of them. Khan, does he want to get back in and try and help them out? Daki jumps out with the Astral Step. Crystallis is going to look to chase.
They're alive.
Daki.
I guess alive is relative.
He's looking pretty dead here. No further escapes available with the mana being drained. So Daki will also fall. As Ghost Frogs, they are able to take the fight. They get the 3. Only losing the 2 themselves.
I think he genuinely needs to consider a Radiance on the Void Spirit. I don't think they can take long fights. Like, I don't see how they burst people because of how tanky the PL is built, and Ember has a BKB. And then PL just reigns true in all these long fights. Everyone gets their mana burned. Like, eventually your team can't cast spells because you have no mana. So I think they have to somehow visualize this fight going longer than 30 seconds and how they plan to win it.
What's the big brain item for Khan? He's saving up his money. He's got his options ahead of him. Very important what he does choose this game, as you say. It is a tough one. What are you thinking about?
I have legit no clue, but I don't think... It's either going to be Heart or something completely wonky. And I would be down for wonky. I don't know if normal's going to work here. As the Cloak of Flames is actually a pretty huge pickup. As like a pseudo-Radiance for somebody on the Radiant side. But they're going the Shivas on Ember. That's going to even further mitigate the damage output from Khan. CK does not build very much attack speed as he's gone for the blink. Does he have the shard on Peel? Did he go for it? He did. He does have the shard done. And Darkseer's got that Ags. He's going to Shivas. Let's not get two Shivas, people. Maybe a Lotus Orb or even an AC would be reasonable.
Oh, they won't get two, will they?
No, they won't do that. I feel like they're going to do that.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if they get the double Shiva's God.
Spider Legs for CK are quite nice. Okay, he puts the Paladin Sword in. Never mind.
They're coming in with the smoke here, Ghost Frogs. As they've found Flash. I mean, they won't be too unhappy with that. No Bounty Hunter. Flash is the one to get focused here by the smoke.
There's a free TP scroll.
And he might... Okay, we'll die. They're diving in for this. So they will be able to bring down Flash. Daki's going to come in with the TP. Got to be a little careful there. Able to get the grab on him. Daki is in trouble. He's going to get the Yules off. Khan's in on the back lines. Is able to take down Toby, but that's Daki gone. Got big kisses coming in from the side, but a beautiful array there as Milan also shoots back with the stolen kisses. They're moving in. Chrysalis is able to close it, but the Rift will take the three of them
away.
He
steals Rift. Yeah, they just can't deal with this Peel. It's like CK, much higher net worth, but he has to beat
Khan.
He doesn't
have it. Caught in the base.
Has no BKB.
I'm going to get him cooking over towards the side, but Khan in a lot of trouble here.
Solar Crest might keep him alive.
They're able to get him back to safety. Chrysalis, he's thinking about diving in on this.
He just spends the entire time running. He's going to have to regen back up here.
As we see, did spend his money up on the Reaver, so committing for the expected I'm the Heart still.
Oh, he's TPing bottom for this double damage rune.
Oh.
Get it.
With the blink, he's getting it.
That's what he sees, right? That's what he sees?
Oh no, he's just going for a kill. He's maybe seeing if he can catch the support.
DD. He wants that DD so bad.
And can he get a kill with it? Can't.
Rubik? Milan's going to TP.
He's going to go for the TP,
this ain't
but
gonna work.
they found him. Another kill for Khan.
I would just hate to be CK here. You're like godlike, and you know if you die once, the game's over.
That's a hard game for Khan, but he's certainly putting the work in. Buyback actually coming out from Milan as they want to make sure that they've got the whole team up around Roshan.
He's got the min-max Chaos Bolt duration talent. I don't know how that plays out here. We'll see. 2.5 to 4.5.
I mean, we're seeing this smoke. This could, if they can get the jump, jumps done, especially onto Baranya before the BKB comes out, they can burst him.
Radiant are scanning.
They've scanned it out. They know exactly where Ghost Frogs are.
Dire's middle tower
And they're not going to head up there. It's a spooky way to take the fight, knowing that Ghost Frogs have that high ground control.
I don't like this Ether Lens from Abaddon. Usually I like Ether Lens a lot, but you're just going to get all your mana burned by the Diffusal. So I don't think your positioning particularly matters. It's more about keeping your team alive with items, I think. Like Vlad's, Greaves. I think Greaves are really good against PL. Helps your team actually take longer fights because of the mana sustain for everybody. Also, PL has a tough time finishing targets off with that aura that procs when you're low HP. Yeah, I'm just nervous. I don't know if no Bounty Hunter can win short fights, and they don't win long fights, so we'll see. Maybe Khan will just go absolutely nuts. And he's got a Mjolnir queued up after the heart, so I guess that's his adjustment to the Phantom Lancer problem. Is it enough? That's the question.
Well, we do see Ghost Frogs, they did end up committing and buying the double Shiva's guards here. I mean, do you mind that? Obviously, having 2 rounds of the active, there's going to be something in the fights, but definitely some lost value, of course, having 2 on the same team.
Yeah, I think the attack speed and the minus regen is the big part of it. I don't think they need like the vision or the damage from the active. I don't think it's a good call, but there could be worse things. There's worse items to duplicate than Shiva's.
I see Roshan all ready to pull a fight out around it here. No Bounty Hunter. Crystallis slowly working away at it. I'll come in with the smoke, see what sort of a jump they can get if they can catch the backlines of Ghost Frogs by surprise. They're going to go for the long wraparound.
Rubik is quite the game changer. There's so many good spells. He's got a bat and shield right now. He's been stealing kisses almost every single fight.
They're ready to jump Khan. He's in with the ult. He's going to get lifted immediately though here. If they got the follow control, they don't. He's able to put the BKB, turns towards Toby. Toby gets the vacuum wall down, but Toby will fall. Flash, he's giving himself alive over the borrowed time. Blink, he's actually opting to take them out of this fight. They don't want to keep this going. Blink will take them away. They kill the Darkseer.
And they're immediately TPing. I don't know if they finish this in time. Crystallis doesn't really have any damage items. Yeah, this is... I don't know about this. You know they're all coming.
You're without the Darkseer. Big jump here from Daki. He's going to try and start some action. Toby's going to come in with the buyback. Jump forward from Khan. He's going to get the stun out, but it's only onto an illusion. Crystallis is still inside of the pit, out of the side. They've got the setup onto Daki. Is he able to jump out? He is. Dissimulates back up. Khan trying his best to get in, but now Branya and Crystallis, they turn towards him. Khan needs help, but he needs it now.
Oh no, he turned around
into the action. The stun's in place. Khan's in trouble. They force him out of the side. The pit comes out. They protect Khan. He's able to run, but Baranya's ready to chase. In with the chains. Onto the CK. Khan will fall as it's a double kill for Baranya. Also able to bring down Blink. As Ghost Frogs have no trouble taking the fight here, pushing back No Bounty Hunter's attempts to try and stop Ghost Frogs from getting the Roshan, as they'll be able to win the team fight and finish off Roshan for themselves with no difficulty.
You actually just have to buy Radiance in Taki here. You just have to, man. It's so bad. Like, you don't want to do it.
So
but you just have to. You have to go like Radiance, Shiva's Kaya-Sanj, and just have your sole purpose be to like slowly wear down these PL illusions. He's got the heart, he's got the hood, but eventually he has to drop these items, and if you can just... The illusions die. The whole point of these items and this AoE magic damage is to reveal which one's real so that you can have your CK focus the target down. But right now, they really have no way to discern which PL is the real PL. As you see, Khan is just chucking stuns out, right? He's like, oh, that might be it, as he stuns one, and it's just too difficult for No Bounty Hunter to push buttons in these fights. But I don't know if they'll ever get to that point. It might be too late here.
I mean, how strong is the high ground defense going to be for No Bounty Hunters? Is it difficult for Ghost Frogs to siege with
Very difficult for either team to end the game here. Okay. Darkseer on one side and Underlord on the other. I think Underlord's probably the best high ground defense in the entire game of Dota, honestly. Percent-based, magic damage, long duration, nuke. And both teams have pretty mediocre high ground. Like, both teams rely on a hero that's hitting the tower that doesn't exactly feel good about disengaging. Okay. Let's see in the key. Does he recognize Milan?
Oh, I mean, they've caught Milan.
Okay.
Milan goes down. Brandon's going to be able to make the jump onto the backlines, but again, Blinked opting to get them out there. Hustler, can he get in time? He can.
Nice. Okay. We can do hit and runs. I don't think that's why you hire Uber drivers, but in this case...
Yeah, it's what he's doing his job here as part of the hit squad.
If they can eventually make it so PL's the only one alive, he does rely on his support cast. That is the other option, but they did have to buy back a few people last fight on Ghost Frogs, Rubik and Darkseer. If they burst Darkseer before he gets wall off, that is a win condition for them.
Mm-hmm.
At least in that specific team fight. Going for the Scotty on Crystallis. Flicker on CK. Yeah, it's a nice item for somebody.
Are there any tier 4s that No Bounty Hunter would really like this game to find?
I think Minotaur Horn would be pretty sick for Khan here.
Is he mid? Trying to get the setup here. As Khan has popped the Phantasm. We'll see if he gets the jump. He finds the stun on the Crystallis. Have they got any follow-up, though? Crystallis He's going to be more than fine, and now he's ready to turn the Soulbind, linking the two of them together here. Blink and Khan getting locked down. Khan trying to step over towards Branya, but this leash is just holding him back. Branya pops the cheese back up to full HP. The pit's down. Branya's BKB will come to an end as he's rooted in position, but they've brought down Blink. They'll turn over towards Khan as Khan, he's surrounded. He's trying to hit lifesteal his way back up, but the overwhelming damage is too much as Khan will fall. Ducky goes for the BKB TP out. He makes it away. 3 dead still.
Khan kind of looking like my dog I had when I was growing up, where Underlord, he's just trying to yank that leash and say, settle down, boy. We got to back off a little bit, as he's dying in the midst of a Darkseer wall, and Khan says, no, I'm going in, as they proceed to he can't reality rift when he's leashed, so he's virtually useless when they get that Grimstroke leash off. And as my dog dragged me around when I was younger, he got dragged into the fight on the Underlord, and they both end up dying for it.
Now the high ground push comes in with 3 heroes dead on no bounty hunter. The big one being that Underlord gone, that deep push you talked about not being available. Guys, Shrugs are able to get in. Milan, he's diving onto Daki. Daki. Oh, he's going to be able to...
First F.
Cookie over, and that'll buy him time to break out of the combo. With the Dissimulate, he's away. And buying time here for the Underlord to respawn. They should lose at least his mid-racks as Ghost Shrugs push on.
Yeah, it's hard to get yourself on the high ground through the Underlord Firestorm, but once you've already established control like this, it's not nearly as potent to defend, and it might even just be, too late already.
I'm actually going to look to get the jump in. Baranya.
I mean, he just takes no damage. They don't have a Shivas, they don't have Radiance, they don't have any way to wear him down. Like, there's no poke. PL will always be full health. That's kind of the problem, is that you can't feel comfortable committing on the PL because of the counter initiation behind them, and you also can't really poke him. So how do you ever bring this guy down?
See Milan very close to his own Aghanims this game. Got the Illusionist cape. I guess that's one of the nice ones here for Khan.
It's still not... It's nice for damage, but I don't think that's his problem. I think his problem is...
It's good for keeping the game going, right? Just spamming illusions out the lanes, pushing them out.
Yeah, it's true. It'll help you farm too. That's not bad, actually. You don't have like a Manta or anything.
I've got a DD rune as well, ready for the next fight. Handing Khan the bottle, so DD, CK ready for the next fight. It's all about getting that jump.
They see him.
Branya.
He didn't
get the opening stun. They're fully committing. If they got enough damage to take him down,
no
they
buyback.
do. As Branya gone.
No Aegis.
What else can they get out of this? They turn over towards Chrysalis.
He got
back into the route. He's got topple out. Chrysalis, he's able to break away if they got a force, and they do. The shard stun, it has the range to reach him. They're in with the cookie. They close the gap. Chrysalis, he's got to run. They'll continue to back off here. The illusion's starting to bring down Hustler. Hustler's able to put the Ghost Scepter still alive. Now the Spirit Lance in onto him. They're keeping him healed up with the Mist Cause. Stolen Scatter Blast shoots against him. Hustler goes down. Flash will fall as well. As Ghost Shrugs, they still get the double. But the 3 cores and no bounty hunter. They're on the retreat. Chrysalis is trying to chase. He's in onto Khan. Oh, he's out. And in fact, they're ready to double back in. They're jumping in on the backlines. They've closed the gap on Milan. Pits out onto the 3 of them. Vacuum comes out though.
Oh, the crit.
Drags the 3 of them in. They're looking to beat down onto the Darkseer, but Toby's got the Eon Disc. He's going to be fine. Khan still fighting back, but he's completely out of mana here, Khan. He gets one more rift off.
That
Blink
was very late on the Uber arrival.
But Blink's not able to get them out in time, and with Khan left and surrounded here by Ghost Shrugs, Khan will also get taken out at the end of it all here by Ghost Shrugs, as Ghost Shrugs, again, are able to find the cleanup here with Crystallis's PL.
That was their best opportunity. They found the real PL. They picked off the Ember Spirit, no buyback. The PL had Ion Shell on him, so even though he doppeled, they knew which one was real, and they still couldn't bring him down.
He's just so tanky. I mean, 10-1 and 8. Chrysalis, as you say, just having a dream sort of PL game in terms of setup, and he's playing it very well. That one slip up earlier on the tier 2 dive, it just hasn't happened again. Chrysalis just knowing exactly what needs to be done to keep this game safe in his hands.
Yeah, I think they underestimated how much PL would really do to them at this stage in the game. Like, I guess I'll chop it up to Void Spirit, I think, really having to itemize to deal with it himself. CK never will. Underlord never will.
They're diving in. Ducky is quick with the Yaws control to stop Toby from being able to close the gap. Branya's trying to dive in up towards the base, pushing them back towards the fountain. They're going to focus the objectives, though. 10 seconds and the Underlord will be back in action.
Okay.
Ducky trying to pull them back off the objectives. And he's going to get chained here. As the racks are exposed. Another set being taken out by Crystallis. Blink trying to start some sort of a defense.
They stole Firestorm. Big steal.
Crystal's just pushing on with these illusions. No Bounty Hunter struggling to stop this PL from beating down onto the barracks. They're going to look to jump. Remember the pit. Khan's got the illusions out. He's looking for a target to jump in, but the Slider Fist just stopping him from being able to make that blink play happen.
Oh, he's got the Axe Phantasm on the Rubik.
He does, yeah. There's a massive army just appearing out of nowhere here. And they've caught Khan. He's outside the base, pots the BKB, but Khan's dead. He's out of the game for Rady. The vacuum onto the 4 of them. They're diving in, taking them down. There'll be a buyback from Flash. Blink getting dove upon underneath the tier 4 tower. He can't get away. 2 cores out, no buybacks on either of them. As Chrysalis, he wants to fountain dive. He's getting the illusions in. No Bounty Hunter, just cannot deal with this PL whatsoever. Daki dying outside of the base. They'll call it GG. Game 2 comes to an end as Ghost Frogs will be able to take the victory here. As, yeah, there was nothing to deal with this